hope that bloke bashes you. I'm coming to watch.
You're putting money on the other bloke, are you?
I'm putting money on the other bloke.
Why do you want to fight?
What you talking about? I just told you why.
No, you didn't, Donnie. Why do you want to fight? I get why they want to fight you. I know what they're fighting for. What about you? Listen to me, you got everything to lose. He's got nothing to lose. Well, a fighter ain't got nothing to lose. He's dangerous.
I'm dangerous.
Okay, it's early in the morning, just to crack it on. Me and my partners, we breaking rules in the floor.
You gonna take him out, right?
Umbilical cords, we cut these niggas off, wait. Fucking your bitch, fucking that bitch, no fame. She sucking my dick so good she leave me with no brain. Boys fuck up and these bitches leave me alone.
What do you call it?
This week I hit 15,000 followers. 15,000. And it was only a few months ago when I hit 10,000, and it took me 2 years to get from 0 to 10, and then it's taken me a few months to get from 10 to 15. But over these last 2 weeks alone, I think I've gained 3,000 followers or something like that. And to me, that is crazy. And I'm going to put in the video of when I hit 10,000 followers and what my thoughts were, because I think it'll be a good reflection moment. I don't know what I say. I don't know what it was. I don't know what was going through my head, but I'd imagine it'd be something like knowing that this 0 to 10 was always the hardest. And it correlates to anything that it's not the numbers that matter, but it's what you're learning along the way. And with content, work, with business, with fitness, with whatever venture you're chasing, like you're going to go 6 months without feeling like you're growing, without seeing any change. You're going to go 12 months, you might go 2 years, but then it can just all spike so quickly. And from the outside, it's like, wow, this guy's just gained 5,000 followers in like a month. And I'm sure the next month, this time in a month, I'll probably gain 10,000 followers. And this time next year, I'll probably be at 100K. And it's easy to go, wow, this guy's got lucky, or what did this guy do? But it's the 2 years behind that of building up the resilience, falling flat in your ass, getting no views, getting no followers, having no idea what the hell you're doing. That's the thing that matters. And that's where the growth happens. And I don't know, I just think it's pretty wild. I just want this to be a message to myself, who's probably watching this in 2 weeks, and he's going to probably watch it again in 10 years' time. And when you have an idea, when you believe so strongly about something, just go after it. For so long, I've visioned and had belief in where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, and there was no reason why I had that belief. But I just continued to go after it, and I don't ever want that to stop. As life goes on, there's always going to be louder and louder outside noises, so the noise, the voice that matters most is always that feeling inside you. So that's my, what day does it say? I don't even know. Wednesday, I think. That's my Wednesday night spill. Is it Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. That's my Wednesday night thing. Good night. And this is certainly a crossover I did not expect. Logan Paul.
Can you help me process these?
And Alex Hormozy.
Of like $100,000 worth of contracts. And so I told her how to use the POS. We processed all of them, and she was like, "How much was that?" It was $100,000, and she was like, "All right, I'm in." Wow. And the question you asked before that.
This role model thing, I think the best thing you can possibly do, rather than coming in and trying to disagree with the kids, because remember, these are teenage boys. They don't mean bad. If they have these bad morals and values and outlooks and opinions, they've been fed it from a young age. It's like, very rarely do you get a maliciously bad teenage boy who's like wanting to just do bad. And
today I have the most important meeting that I've had in my life to date. And I say that because of the opportunity that exists. There's not a guaranteed outcome or anything like that, but there's a chance for this to be the biggest opportunity I've ever had. And I say this not because I'm like putting pressure on it or whatsoever. I feel normal. I feel fine. I don't care, because who I am will never change. So it's not like I have to prepare anything I have to say. I just got to go and be me, right? But I say this also just to take a moment and be like, pause and remember that this is a feeling that I never would have imagined to ever be experiencing. I always knew I was gonna like get to this point, but it's just crazy. If I was to look back 12 months compared to now, like that kid, because that's who I was, a kid, I still am, I guess, but that kid would have dreamt to be me right now. So take a moment just to pause and be where I am. Meetings like this are just going to become more and more and more frequent. But it's the first one of this new journey, this new chapter, and I'm excited, but it's pretty cool. I also got a new keyboard, and this thing is like so bloody satisfying. So I just want to type on it all day, so that's helping as well. I've fallen out of the habit of picking this camera up, so I wouldn't even know what to begin to say or talk about or anything like that. But I'm in the but I'm feeling things really come together and take serious shape. I made a little mental I guess promise to myself as such that I want to go to Europe next year as just like a little travel thing, but I want to use that as a time to launch Blues and Greens in London or in the UK or international waters. And I love having big ambitious goals, and that's going to allow me to set a lot of things up in the back end, mentally, operationally, physically, everything else in between. And this time next year, or halfway through next year, I'm going to be, Blues and Greens is going to be worldwide. And I've probably as locked in, as happy as I've been in a long time. And how's this angle? I'm about to go for a swim because I want to, and I've been telling myself I was going to for a while, and I've got some goggles. So see where my mind takes me.
Ground floor.
I'm always known for my weird food combinations, but that is what I call a lunch. 2 palmies with eggs on them. I am 8 days out from my first ever boxing fight, but also next week on Tuesday, I've been nominated or reached one of the finalists. What? One of the finalists. I don't know why it took so long to say that word. I've been announced as one of the finalists. I know that word. Why didn't I say it? As one of the finalists for the Victorian Youth Leader Award, which is pretty cool. So next Tuesday, the Victorian Youth Leader Award, which I'm one of the finalists for. Then on Friday night, I'm doing my first ever boxing fight. So a big, cool, awesome little week ahead, and 2 things to be excited about regardless of the outcome. I guess for the boxing, I've been so locked in, working hard, loving the training, making friends, improving. So regardless of what the outcome is on Friday, it's like, I've already won. It's awesome. And then same as I guess on Tuesday, it's something that I wasn't really aware of and sort of just come out of nowhere. But I'm already winning. I'm doing what I love every day. I have an awesome team around me. I absolutely love what we're building at Blues and Greens. And if you get an award to to prove that you're doing an awesome job, like, grateful, but it doesn't change the goals. It doesn't change my day to day. And it's just a recognition, really, of anything. And this time next week, I would have had my boxing fight, and I also would have had my award ceremony, whatever it is. And my mindset is just so tight. Like I said, it's not always about the winning, the awards, the recognition, but I know that this time next week, I would have won that award and I would have won my boxing fight. And there's not a single part of me that doesn't think that's going to happen. I'm not being arrogant or overconfident. Like, I don't think I'm deserving of that award as such, but why wouldn't I win? You know, I put in the work. I've trained hard. I could sort of see it happening, and I don't see another outcome. So regardless of how it all unfolds, it doesn't really matter. I think the reason why I've been able to keep pushing boulders up hills is because I always know that I'm meant to be doing this. I always know that the outcome's worth it, and it just feels like this week they're just two outcomes which have just made sense, like it's just sort of been working towards in the background. So we'll cut to it in a week's time to see if either of them were true or not. But yeah, I just wanted to share that thought because I think your thoughts control your outcomes, and that's just sort of the energy that I've got going on in my head. So yeah. Are we ready? Look at that. I knew it. I told you I was going to win. And there might be a few more that fill up my little trophy cabinet down the line. But yeah, it's cool. And it's just a moment where it's just like a bit of a salute. But we got my boxing fight on Friday, so time to lock in.
Let's go! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, now to the fight number 11 in the card. This bout to be 3 by 7 rounds heavyweight division. Introducing firstly, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Black, trained by Frank and Starboy. His official weight, 90.2 kgs. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Clay, the Jack Nerd Core. And introducing his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team White, trained by Baron. His official weight, 93.4 kgs. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Harry Cole. In charge, Chef Chocolate. Round one.
Good boy, H. Keep it stiff. What's the guard? Good, H. Good. Nice, that's it. Let it go, Harry.
Absolute warrior, mate. Well done. We do need to make an official though. At a minute 59 of round number 2, referee Jeff Chadwick put a stop to the contest, declaring a winner by TKO. Fighting on the blue corner, Harry Trial.
Last night I had my first ever boxing fight and I won, which is pretty cool, and I had so much bloody fun. And what I realised is just how important, nothing I hadn't realised before, but sort of reflecting on last night, but also the year, is like the power of your mind and your mentality. And during that, I was just so relaxed, just there having fun, didn't think too much of it, enjoyed myself, and it was honestly the most awesome experience ever. And again, prompted me to look into where I was at last year compared to now. And yeah, it's just been a pretty crazy year on all fronts. And last night was freaking sick. And that's just what I wanted to say. And I got myself a little black eye brewing up. But I got the dub. Let's go. I'm just addicted to using AI. And whilst the world is fearful of what's coming and fearful of losing jobs and scared by the takeover of this craze of AI, which everyone's hearing about, it just excites the out of me. Because I just use it so much, and it just allows me to not feel like I have just one brain, but feel like I have 50. So I have a finger on the pulse of like how to use it to my advantage, and it excites me rather than scares me. As just like anything, these are tools, and I think where the risk lies is less about AI replacing us, but more about us as humans choosing to ignore the benefits of it, so we are falling behind other humans, if that makes sense. Because an AI can never replace a human, but what an AI can do is make us as humans better and more skilled, so therefore us as humans are just going to replace other humans, because now one of me can do the task that 20 of someone else can do, if that makes sense. So that's my little AI thought right now, as I've got a little bot just going nuts on some things which I would never have been able to do without it. I've spent a lot of time like kind of reflecting this week. Often I'm like sort of just pinching myself as like, how the did things end up here? Like, how have I built this little life which I get to wake up to every day? And something that I'm constantly just learning is, as much as I do just love like these types of days where I'm just locked in and, you know, doing my project work, and they're the things that kind of like move things forward in the long run. But like, the reason why these moments feel so special right now and so sick is because I get to share them with people who like I care about, and people who care about me, and people who are invested in the common goals. So whether that was the boxing and winning that and celebrating and having fun, the fact that I got to share that with not only the people who I went through the last few months with, training together, building relationships with, but also like friends and family who were there, which is pretty awesome. And then I guess on the flip side with things like with Blues and Greens, with where it's going, sharing wins, sharing like moments of impact with the crew, and reading messages and things like that, they now feel so much better because there's other people along the ride who get that special feeling when a win happens. So it's just more that reassurance, I guess, or reaffirmation to me that winning, it only feels like winning when you get to share it with people who you care about. And there's been, or it feels like there's been a lot of that recently. But as my, when I get it up, where is it? Here we go. And as my screensaver says, maintain the calm amongst the chaos. The highs are never as high as they seem, the lows are never as low as they feel. But then on the flip side, when you have those days where the world feels as though it's caving in and nothing's going against you, I mean, nothing's going for you and everything's going against you, it's never really as bad as it seems. And it's just a negative little spiral in your head. So that's my reminder to me that I read every day. And it's just been a grounded philosophy which has kept me pretty strong over this last 6 months, which has been filled with a roller coaster journey of highs and lows and everything else in between, but come to a point now where I'm just like, holy how did that all happen? And you can't, it doesn't make sense when you're in the moment. Things never really make sense ever until you've stepped out of it, seen the bigger picture, and you're able to look backwards and connect the dots. So keep chugging, keep pushing, and that's it from me.